Episode number 3. Trapped in the Shadows, a tale of Felix and the Haunting Shadows Horror Museum. In the heart of Darkside City, USA, where shadows whispered tales of terror, stood the infamous Haunting Shadows Horror Museum, an eerie sanctuary for those who sought the macabre. Felix, the enigmatic artist, known for pushing the boundaries of avant-garde creativity, found himself drawn to the sinister allure of the museum. One fateful night, the dimly lit streets of Darkside City beckoned Felix towards the imposing entrance of the Haunting Shadows Horror Museum. The facade, adorned with grotesque sculptures and chilling engravings, hinted at the spine-chilling Odyssey that awaited within. As Felix stepped through the museum's foreboding doors, a sense of foreboding hung in the air. The exhibits, each more haunting than the last, revealed a labyrinthine world of horror that seemed to warp reality. Lifelike statues of classic horror icons stared with hollow eyes, and the haunted house experience plunged Felix into a realm where reality and nightmares converged. The serial killer's gallery unfolded tales of twisted minds and gruesome crimes, while the supernatural phenomena section sent shivers down Felix's spine with tales of ghostly apparitions and unexplained mysteries. The horror movie memorabilia exhibit immersed Felix in the chilling lore of iconic films, the air thick with the palpable fear of the silver screen. Curiosity turned to unease as Felix delved into the interactive horrors, where simulated terrors tested courage in unnerving ways. The dark art gallery showcased macabre beauty, but the line between art and reality blurred, leaving Felix questioning the boundaries of the exhibit. Unbeknownst to Felix, the Haunting Shadows Horror Museum had a sinister secret, an ominous force that lured unsuspecting visitors into its dark clutches, trapping them within the twisted corridors of fear. As Felix navigated the chilling exhibits, the museum's malevolent energy grew stronger, ensnaring him in an otherworldly web. With every step, the museum transformed, its exhibits morphing into a nightmarish dreamscape. Escape became elusive, and the eerie atmosphere closed in around Felix, suffocating him in a symphony of horror. As the museum's malevolent force tightened its grip, Felix's artistic intuition became his only ally. With each disturbing exhibit, he gathered fragments of the dark puzzle, realizing that the key to escape lay in confronting the deepest fears that the Haunting Shadows Horror Museum conjured. Will Felix break free from the clutches of the museum's malevolence, or will he become another haunting exhibit in its twisted collection? Only the shadows of Darkside City held the answer as Felix's journey into the heart of horror continued. Each exhibit a macabre chapter in a story that defied the boundaries between reality and nightmare. As Felix delved deeper into the Haunting Shadows Horror Museum, the boundary between reality and nightmare continued to blur. The exhibits, once captivating, now felt like tendrils of darkness reaching out to ensnare him. Each step led him further into the museum's ominous depths, and the malevolent force that lurked within grew more palpable. The serial killer's gallery seemed to come alive, whispers of notorious criminals echoing through the dimly lit halls. Felix couldn't shake the feeling of being watched as he moved from one crime scene recreation to another. The macabre details and chilling artifacts seemed to seep into his consciousness, heightening the sense of dread. The supernatural phenomena exhibit became a haunted labyrinth, with flickering lights casting eerie shadows. Ghostly apparitions materialized before Felix's eyes, and haunted objects seemed to pulse with otherworldly energy. As he navigated through the unsettling displays, the air became thick with an unsettling presence. In the horror movie memorabilia section, Felix felt the gaze of the iconic horror characters following him, their silent stares filled with malevolence. The line between the fictional terror of the movies and the real horror of the museum blurred, leaving Felix in a state of perpetual unease. As Felix approached the interactive horrors, the simulated terrors intensified. Escape rooms twisted into nightmarish puzzles, the zombie apocalypse simulation became an unnerving reality, and the virtual reality horror adventure plunged him into a world where nightmares materialized. Panic set in, and Felix struggled to distinguish between the museum's illusions and the actual horrors he faced. The dark art gallery, once a showcase of macabre beauty, transformed into a surreal dreamscape. The eerie paintings seemed to come alive, and haunting sculptures whispered cryptic messages. It was here that Felix felt a peculiar connection between his avant-garde sensibilities and the malevolent force that held him captive. In a moment of clarity, Felix realized that the only way to break free from the Haunting Shadows Horror Museum was to confront the fear that fueled its power. Drawing inspiration from the exhibits, he began to create his own art, pieces that challenged the malevolent force, turning his fear into a source of creative energy. As Felix unveiled his avant-garde expressions within the haunted confines of the museum, the malevolent force recoiled. The exhibits, once tools of entrapment, began to crumble, their power waning in the face of Felix's artistic defiance. With each stroke of his brush and every daring creation, Felix shattered the illusion that bound him. The haunted corridors of the museum gave way to the ethereal glow of his artistry, and the malevolent force retreated into the shadows from whence it came. As Felix emerged from the Haunting Shadows Horror Museum, the exhibits, now devoid of their malevolent energy, stood as silent witnesses to the transformative power of creativity over fear. Darkside City, USA, embraced the return of its avant-garde artist, and the haunted museum became nothing more than a chilling memory in the annals of Felix's artistic journey. Yet in the shadows of the city, whispers persisted, a testament to the enduring mysteries that lurked within the macabre corridors of the Haunting Shadows Horror Museum, awaiting the next unsuspecting visitor to unravel its secrets. The aftermath of Felix's harrowing experience at the Haunting Shadows Horror Museum left a lingering sense of disquiet in Darkside City, USA. While Felix emerged victorious, having turned fear into art and broken free from the museum's malevolent grasp, the city itself seemed to absorb the residual unease that hung in the air. Word of Felix's encounter with the haunted museum spread like wildfire. Darkside City, already known for its mysterious and shadowy reputation, couldn't resist the allure of a tale that transcended the boundaries between reality and the macabre. Whispers of the avant-garde artist who confronted the supernatural and emerged triumphant echoed through the city's dimly lit streets. Felix, having reclaimed his artistic prowess and proven the resilience of creativity, found himself both celebrated and questioned. The avant-garde community hailed him as a hero who had conquered the very essence of horror, while skeptics wondered if the tale was a mere fabrication, a new masterpiece of his own creation. The haunting memories of the museum, however, continued to linger in Felix's mind. Night after night, he found himself immersed in surreal dreams that mirrored the exhibits he had confronted. His studio became a haven for expression, and Felix channeled the residual energy of the museum into his art. As he painted, sculpted, and crafted avant-garde masterpieces, Felix couldn't shake the feeling that the malevolent force he had encountered still whispered in the shadows, seeking a connection with the living world. His creations took on an otherworldly quality, blurring the lines between the tangible and the supernatural. Darkside City, ever hungry for the peculiar and unexplained, embraced Felix's post-Haunting Shadows art with fervor. His studio became a pilgrimage site for those curious about the intersection of horror and avant-garde expression. Visitors marveled at the eerie beauty of his works, sensing a connection to something beyond the tangible realm. In the wake of his haunted experience, Felix organized a series of immersive art installations, inviting the public to confront their deepest fears through his avant-garde lens. Each exhibit carried a piece of the Haunting Shadows Horror Museum's eerie legacy, challenging attendees to navigate the fine line between horror and art. As Felix continued to push the boundaries of his avant-garde expression, the whispers in the shadows seemed to evolve into a symbiotic relationship with his art. Darkside City, once a backdrop to Felix's avant-garde journey, transformed into a living canvas where fear and creativity danced in an eternal embrace. The Haunting Shadows Horror Museum, though no longer a physical entity, lived on in the collective consciousness of the city. Felix, forever changed by the experience, became a beacon for those who sought to confront the unknown through art. The echoes of his haunted encounter reverberated through the dimly lit streets, reminding Darkside City that, in the realm of avant-garde expression, the line between reality and the macabre was a canvas waiting to be painted with the brush of fear and imagination. As Felix continued to immerse himself in the creation of avant-garde masterpieces, his connection to the supernatural grew stronger. The city's fascination with his haunted art installations intensified, drawing in a diverse audience eager to experience the enigmatic intersection of fear and creativity. One night, as Felix worked late into the hours, an unexpected visitor arrived at his studio. A mysterious figure cloaked in shadows entered, the air crackling with an energy that mirrored the residue of the Haunting Shadows Horror Museum. Felix, initially startled, soon realized that this visitor carried an aura of the supernatural. The figure revealed itself to be a spectral entity, an entity that claimed to be a manifestation of the malevolent force he had encountered in the museum. Instead of fear, a strange understanding passed between them. The entity, drawn to Felix's artistic endeavors, spoke of a connection forged in the crucible of the haunting shadows. "I am the echo of the fear you confronted," the entity whispered. "Your art has given me form, and in return, I offer you glimpses into the realms beyond. Together we can create works that transcend the boundaries of the living and the spectral." Felix, intrigued by the proposition, allowed the spectral entity to become a muse of sorts. As he delved deeper into the supernatural, his art took on an ethereal quality that captivated audiences even more. The studio became a haven for both the living and the spectral, blurring the lines of perception and reality. The avant-garde installations that emerged from this collaboration between Felix and the spectral entity became increasingly immersive. Visitors reported strange sensations, moments of being touched by unseen hands, and a profound connection with the unknown. The line between audience and artwork dissolved as Felix's studio transformed into a portal between worlds. Word of Felix's spectral collaboration spread far beyond Darkside City. The avant-garde artist and his haunted creations became a phenomenon, attracting art enthusiasts, paranormal investigators, and those curious about the supernatural. The studio, now a focal point of the city's mysterious allure, drew visitors seeking an otherworldly experience through the lens of avant-garde expression. Felix, once a solitary artist, found himself at the center of a phenomenon that transcended the boundaries of art and the supernatural. Darkside City, already known for its shadows and mysteries, became a destination for those eager to explore the enigmatic and the unexplained. As Felix continued to navigate this strange alliance with the spectral entity, he pondered the implications of his art on the fabric of reality. The Haunting Shadows Horror Museum, though vanquished, had left an indelible mark on his artistic journey, one that now merged seamlessly with the echoes of the supernatural. The avant-garde artist, now a conduit between the living and the spectral, faced a future where his art became a portal to the unknown. Darkside City embraced this unconventional narrative, and Felix's studio became a pilgrimage site for those seeking communion with the macabre, the haunted, and the inexplicable. The tale of Felix and the spectral entity echoed through the city, leaving a legacy that transcended the boundaries of art and ventured into the uncharted territories of the supernatural. Felix's studio, now a nexus of the spectral and the artistic, attracted an ever-growing audience eager to experience the enigmatic collaboration between the avant-garde artist and the spectral entity. Darkside City became a hub for those seeking the intersection of the living and the supernatural, with Felix's studio standing as a testament to the boundless possibilities of creativity and the unexplored realms of the unknown. The spectral entity, once a manifestation of fear, evolved into a co-creator in Felix's avant-garde endeavors. Together, they crafted immersive installations that transported visitors into ethereal dimensions. The studio's reputation as a conduit to the supernatural drew paranormal investigators, occultists, and artists alike, all eager to unravel the mysteries that unfolded within its walls. As the studio's fame grew, Felix found himself at the center of a cultural phenomenon. Art critics praised the avant-garde expressions that blurred the line between the tangible and the spectral, while spiritualists hailed the studio as a sacred space bridging two worlds. The city, ever fascinated by the peculiar and the unknown, embraced Felix's unique journey as an artist who had transcended the conventional boundaries of creativity. However, the spectral collaboration posed its own challenges. Felix, once a master of pushing artistic boundaries, now grappled with the responsibility of navigating the supernatural forces that intertwined with his creation. The studio's visitors reported experiences ranging from eerie sensations to encounters with apparitions, blurring the lines between art appreciation and otherworldly communion. One night, as Felix worked on a particularly intricate piece, the spectral entity revealed a vision of an ancient tapestry, a cosmic fabric that connected the souls of the living and the spectral. The tapestry, it explained, was a metaphorical representation of the artistic bond they had forged, transcending the limitations of mortal existence. As Felix delved into this newfound understanding, his art took on a cosmic significance. The studio's installations became gateways to the tapestry of souls, offering glimpses into the interconnectedness of life and death. Visitors, now aware of the profound nature of Felix's creations, approached the studio with a mixture of reverence and curiosity. Darkside City, always a canvas for the mysterious and unconventional, witnessed a cultural shift as Felix's studio became a pilgrimage site for those seeking a deeper connection with the supernatural through avant-garde expression. The once shadowy reputation of the city now transformed into a beacon for seekers of the unexplored and the spiritually inclined. As Felix continued to explore the cosmic tapestry through his art, he realized that the journey was far from over. The spectral entity, now an integral part of his creative process, whispered cryptic messages about the symbiosis between the living and the spectral, and the untapped potential within the cosmic tapestry. The studio's fame spread beyond the city limits, drawing attention from artists, philosophers, and mystics from around the world. Felix, once a solitary avant-garde artist, now found himself at the forefront of a global movement. Darkside City, forever changed by Felix's journey, embraced its newfound role as a nexus of the supernatural and the artistic. The avant-garde studio stood as a monument to the limitless possibilities of creativity and the uncharted territories of the cosmic tapestry, a beacon in the city's ever-evolving narrative of the peculiar, the unexplained, and the avant-garde. As Felix's avant-garde studio in Darkside City continued to draw seekers from around the world, the cosmic tapestry he and the spectral entity unraveled took on a life of its own. The studio became a melting pot of cultures, beliefs, and artistic expressions, fostering a community where the boundaries between the living and the spectral were explored and celebrated. The city's landscape transformed as galleries, studios, and experimental art spaces sprang up in the wake of Felix's pioneering journey. Artists, inspired by the convergence of the avant-garde and the supernatural, created their own interpretations of the cosmic tapestry. Darkside City became a global epicenter for a new movement, an artistic renaissance that embraced the mystical, the macabre, and the uncharted realms of the supernatural. Felix, now a mentor and guide to the burgeoning avant-garde community, found himself at the helm of a movement that transcended individual creativity. The cosmic tapestry, woven through collaborations between the living and the spectral, became a symbol of unity and interconnectedness. Artists from diverse backgrounds converged in Darkside City, drawn by the allure of a city that dared to explore the unknown. The studio's reputation grew beyond the confines of art and spirituality. It became a catalyst for academic inquiry and scientific exploration. Researchers delved into the phenomena surrounding Felix's creations, aiming to understand the quantum entanglements between the cosmic tapestry and the fabric of reality itself. Darkside City, once an enigmatic backdrop, now hosted conferences, symposiums, and interdisciplinary collaborations at the intersection of art and the metaphysical. The avant-garde movement expanded beyond the studio, manifesting in public spaces, virtual realms, and even the city's infrastructure. Murals depicting spectral beings adorned skyscrapers. Interactive exhibits blurred the boundaries between audience and artwork, and immersive experiences invited participants to explore the depths of their own consciousness. One night, during a Night of Fright event that paid homage to the haunted origins of Felix's avant-garde journey, an unexpected occurrence transpired. The cosmic tapestry, woven through the collective energy of artists and spectators, pulsed with a radiant glow. Darkside City, under the cover of a starlit sky, witnessed the tapestry's transcendence into a shimmering aurora, that painted the city in ethereal hues. The spectral entity, now a benevolent presence intertwined with the cosmic tapestry, spoke through Felix's art, addressing the city's inhabitants. It conveyed a message of unity, understanding, and the endless possibilities that lay within the intersection of creativity and the supernatural. The avant-garde movement, once rooted in the peculiar and the unexplained, had become a beacon for those seeking a deeper connection with the mysteries of existence. Darkside City, forever changed by the cosmic tapestry, embraced its role as a global epicenter where the living and the spectral coexisted harmoniously. Felix, guided by the whispers of the spectral entity, continued to create avant-garde expressions that pushed the boundaries of perception. His art became a conduit for the city's collective consciousness, a living testament to the transformative power of creativity, unity, and the exploration of the cosmic tapestry. And so, in the heart of Darkside City, where shadows danced with the unknown and avant-garde expressions echoed through the streets, the cosmic tapestry unfolded, a living, breathing testament to the boundless potential that awaited those daring enough to explore the realms beyond the veil of ordinary existence.